teens, we are so excited to welcome you back to Washington in a safe way. We want to take a few minutes today to show you how you can be responsible, respectful, and safe in our building when you come back to school. Before school every morning, you will put on your mask and your lanyard. You'll get a lanyard on your first day back at school. These will be very important this year to help us keep our masks near us while we're eating. Next, make sure your iPad is charged, put it in your backpack, and zip it up.
You should charge your iPad every night so it has a full battery when you come to school. Please leave your charger at home so it doesn't get lost. You will use the same door to come in the mornings and to leave in the afternoons. As you can see in this map, K-5 enters and exits from their class doors. First grade uses the back doors by the parking lot. Second grade uses the library or Mrs. Gegg's doors. Third grade uses the main entrance. Bus students use the cafeteria. Fourth grade uses the old exit, and fifth grade uses the gym.
When you get to school, it is very important to stay socially distanced, even when you're outside waiting to come in. Social distance is something you've probably heard people say, and you'll hear it a lot this year. It means keeping 6 feet of space between you and anyone else. Your teachers will help you learn what being 6 feet apart means. It's something you can do to be a safe student at Washington.
When you get to your door, someone will be there to greet you and let you in. One of the first things you'll see is this sign reminding us to always wear our masks. Please walk straight to your breakfast hub where you'll get your breakfast that you'll bring to your classroom. On your first day back, we'll have lots of helpers to show you where to go.
When walking up or down the stairs, remember to keep 3 steps between you and anyone else. This is another example of social distancing. Once you have your breakfast, you can practice the skills you've learned so far and be responsible by walking straight to your classroom and washing your hands.
When you get to your classroom door, your teacher will be there to greet you. This year, we're going to use no contact greetings, meaning we're going to use things like elbow bumps and foot taps to greet each other. This helps us make sure we're not spreading germs. After you say hi to your teacher, you can go straight to the sink and wash your hands. We'll talk more about hand washing in a bit, but I'll give you one tip now. Always wash for at least 20 seconds.
Once you've washed your hands, go ahead and find your seat. When you get to your seat, hang your backpack on your chair and get out your iPad. You'll have some time to eat breakfast before morning meeting. On the first day, clip one side of your mask on your lanyard. We keep our masks on lanyards so that even when we take them off to eat, we don't lose them and can easily put them right back on. When you're eating your breakfast, it's important that you stay in your seat and keep your food to yourself. When you're done eating, put your mask back on and throw out your trash. Make sure you wash your hands on the way back to your seat.
As you can see in Mr. Williams' class, you will be sitting socially distanced from your classmates. Your teachers will still be able to come help you and will get you ready for virtual learning days when you're working at home. When you need to go to the bathroom, you will sign out with your teacher. Remember, in the bathroom, we should always use good hygiene and respect personal space. You should always leave one stall between you and anyone else in the bathroom. Make sure you remember to wash your hands. Let's go over the steps. Wet your hands, get soap, wash for 20 seconds, rinse, and dry your hands with a paper towel. Let's see an example. First, she wets her hands and gets some soap. Then she starts scrubbing and washes for a whole 20 seconds. She makes sure to get the fronts, backs, and between her fingers. Next, she rinses her hands to make sure all the germs are gone. Then she dries her hands with a paper towel and throws it away in the trash can. How do you make sure that you're washing for 20 seconds? You could count or even sing a song.
When it's time for recess, you will line up and walk outside. During recess, you should keep your mask on unless you are in a mask break area. We'll have specific spots like this where it's safe for you to take your mask off for a bit and get some fresh air. This year, in order to not spread germs, we can't use the playground equipment, so we'll be playing lots of games. When it's time for lunch, you will line up and walk inside to get hand sanitizer. See how these students are staying far apart from each other? The first thing you should do when you get in the cafeteria is to get hand sanitizer and rub it all over your hands just like when you're washing them. Then, get your lunch and bring it to a seat with a paw print. You'll see signs like this reminding us to stay socially distant in the cafeteria. Each table has paw prints to show which seats you can use. Once you find a seat, you can take your mask off to eat. Make sure it's still attached to your lanyard and clip it back on if you need to.
After lunch, you'll go back to your classroom. You'll have more learning time, all of your specials, and we'll still have brain breaks throughout the day. This year, when we use the sensory pathways, we can only use the parts that we touch with our feet. At the end of the day, you'll pack everything up just like you did before school. Make sure your stylus is in your iPad case, close up your iPad and zip it in your backpack. Next, take the mask off your lanyard so you can leave your lanyard at school.